life in general. So I don't know, have you been noticing anything that's giving off any indication that we're in a recession? You know, for those of us that's been around a while, we've seen how this kind of play out. But just as of late, people have been saying that we're in a recession. I got a few different perspectives. Check these videos out, and I'm gonna come back with my commentary.
I work in finance, and this is my honest prediction of what's going to happen in the next couple months. I believe in the by summertime, by May, June, you're going to really see the oil crunch happen. Okay, oil will be very, very expensive, probably all-time highs in the near term. Natural gas will also rise. Though diesel will also rise. It already has $5 a gallon, but it's going to get even worse. Things are going to get progressively worse as we get closer to summer because we start to consume more energy into the summer, right? Then you're going to see everything else go up in price as well. It's going to be like quite a massive shock, honestly. Things will have to get repriced pretty quickly because everything else for the producer is also gotten expensive. Like core commodities, everything is going to go up, right? And then we're going to hit a deep recession because our economy can't handle that much of an energy spike in that short of time. You're going to see massive, massive recession by summertime. And then you're going to basically see mass layoffs by the end of summertime into Christmas, into like a holiday season. Basically in time for midterms. It's going to be bad, guys. I mean, I'll be not to sugarcoat it, but it's going to be very, very bad. And because inflation will also start to become an issue, we're not going to get interest rate relief, which means we're not even going to get a lever that can help us get out of it in the near term. And then obviously it's up, so it's just going to progressively get worse. And this is not something he can fix in the short term. It's already happened, so now you can't band-aid something. It's just going to be a shockwave. Yeah, prepare for it. Keep a lot of cash on hand. I would say definitely start to reevaluate your stock investments, things like that. Just, if you have any, just be cautious. But it's about to be a bloodbath, and I would rather you be prepared for it.
Something just happened in a grocery store. This has to be a recession indicator. When did everything get so expensive? I'm casually, buying dinner and penny pinching myself. And I get to the register, a guy who talked to me while I was looking for pasta in the aisle. He was laughing about how he was looking for this can of jelly while I was trying to pick between which noodles I wanted. Yes, the noodles and the jelly was next to each other. I get to the register and he's in front of me. When I get there, he's on his phone. He's sounds like he's calling the bank company. Mind you, he's just buying this can of jelly. The man is probably well into his 80s, probably at his mid-70s at the most. The store is closed and there's not many people there. The phone then begins to say his balance out loud. You have a remaining balance of $1 and something cents. And the man chuckled. He's like, I was 10 cents short. He then proceeded to go in his wallet and reach for his last dime. I didn't even peep that he was on the phone with the bank until I heard the laughter. I just felt bad and I was just like, man, what is going on with this country? Greatest country in the world? Bro couldn't even buy a can of jelly. It's a shame that we're focused on all these other things, but we can't even afford to live. It is ridiculous.
Someone who was a young 20-year-old who lived through like the 2008, 2009 recession, what did y'all do?
This is an excellent question. I don't think the recession that's about to come will even compare to the one we had back then. And I mean that this one might be worse. When recession number one hit in 2008, I was freshly married. Our rent, I think, was maybe $700 and we were on 2 incomes. So it doesn't feel as hard when you're living with another person, you've got 2 incomes, than this one will feel. For a lot of you who live alone, fast forward to 2009. I worked at an industry association and a lot of our members were in the automotive industry. We had layoffs. I want to say in the spring of 2009. Fortunately, I did not lose my job, but I think 30% of our staff was cut. Fast forward to summer of 2009, I had just started a new part-time job. So again, money was looking a little funny. I have worked 2 jobs on and off since college. If y'all can get a second job, I would highly recommend it. Recessions are perfect times to pick up a side hustle, a second job. You need a second source of income because if one goes, you can ramp up the other and vice versa. Last thing I'll say about the recession of 2008, 2009 compared to the recession that's coming now is we didn't have all the other noise going on in the background. We still had some hope because that was the vibes, even though the recession was looking a little shaky. Government programs weren't being cut. Federal workers were still largely safe. It feels vastly different. While as an elder millennial, I've been through a couple of these recessions, I'ma just be honest, babes, I don't think any of us, other than our grandparents who went through the Great Recession, have any idea of what this is about to feel like. Our advice is not gonna help because we haven't been through what we're about to go through collectively.
I just saw a video on here that made me physically feel unwell. It was this video right here. I just realized after seeing this video, I have not seen full carts around the store in such a long time. Like, genuinely think about it. When you go around, you'll maybe see like 1, 2, maybe 3 people with full carts in a Walmart. But it used to be almost everybody. Because that cart full of groceries was probably like $100, $120 max. That's if you get in the name brand good stuff too. As a matter of fact, I remember families riding around with like 2 carts full as fuck like that. I haven't seen that in forever. Like, yeah, okay, 2005 was 20 years ago, so obviously prices are going to change. But from having a cart like that go from $100 and $120, that would at least be easy $300 today. Easy. Now I'm sitting there trying to think, have I even had a grocery cart like that as an adult? Because, like, obviously I've been grocery shopping. Like, I filled up my entire apartment before, but I can't remember the cart ever looking that full. The most I've ever spent on groceries is like $275, $300. What? Not look like that. Whoever said that food is about to be seen as a sign of wealth, yeah, you're right. Because if I saw a family walking around right now with 2 full carts, I'd be like, oh, they got money.
There's a lot of recession indicators right now. Listen, there's a lot of recession indicators right now. When, you know, nothing that's not good. A lot of 30-year-olds are living with their parents, and that's becoming normal. I don't know how many people I know that's 30 that live with their parents, and they got jobs. These are not broke people, but it's not sustainable. Like, and also these gas prices. At this rate, people not gonna buy nothing. If you gotta choose gas over, you gotta choose gas over everything now. You can't even have a decent life because gas is a damn Happy Meal. Gas is $7. You get a Happy Meal without the Happy. That's what's going on. These are all recession indicators. We're heading towards a recession. If these gas prices don't go down, if they don't start going down, I'm telling you, economists are saying this, it's not going to be good. Because at 30 years old, now it's not even looked at as bad. It's like, we get it, bro. You're trying to be frugal. Living with your parents at this point is a financially smart decision. That's how bad it is.
A recession indicator that I saw this morning is as I was checking some of the transactions on my Cash App card. I have been having to use my Cash App card this week because I need to replace my bank card and they haven't sent me my new card yet. So I've been using Cash App, the card that they give you. So I'm going through my transactions and I see an option for Cash App to refund you a purchase that has already been completed and satisfied, right? They'll refund you that money and then you can repay that transaction in increments. Like, like the Afterpay, the Klarna, the Zip Pay, how you can make a purchase and pay it in increments. They're giving you the option to refund you what's already been satisfied so that you can repayment in installments. Y'all, please do not do this. That is not a good idea. That goes hand in hand with those borrow cash apps, I feel like. It'll get you in more trouble than you realize. Please, please, please do not do that option. But I don't know. I feel like that's a recession indicator. Is that a recession indicator to you guys? Because people are already using installment payments for grocery shopping. Like, everything is just so high right now. And with being the holiday seasons, I just feel like that's going to put people in more of a financial bind than they need to be in.
We are in a recession. Why? Because look, I'm here in Las Vegas and that's the strip, or downtown Las Vegas, and there's no one here. It is as slow as it could be, and it is, 7 p.m. on a Saturday night?
Okay, so there you have it. So as of late, I don't know if a lot of people have been getting these various different indicators. Have you been out and about shopping? Have you noticed people been having less and less in their carts? Or if you're in a field where you actually dependent on people's spending habits and you've noticed that people are not coming in as much, to buy things, or it's kind of a last resort. It's something that they absolutely have to have to, for work or whatever line of work. Or if you're in a field that's pretty much kind of recession proof, depending on like whatever's going on in the world, you know, you're continuously going to make the same amount of money, you know, regardless of what's going on, you know. But unfortunately, a lot of Americans don't have that luxury where, you know, they're in a field of work where the money pretty much kind of stays the same and is consistent. You know, a lot of people's paychecks are fluctuating, or even sometimes not even meeting whatever bills or whatever things that they may have going on financially. And it's unfortunate, but leave a comment down below if you are experiencing these type of indicators, or if you kind of been noticing these various different indicators. Yeah, it is crazy, and I'm just hoping that it get better before it gets worse. But I appreciate y'all listening to what I have to say. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the interaction, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.